Right, back again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the start of the painting and weathering of the T55 Enigma. As you can see, I'm going to do something slightly different, never tried before, slightly different. As you can see, I've primed this in just a normal grey primer, I think it's the AK primer, grey primer. Just going to try something totally different. I'm going to graduate with the armour. I'm just going to put German grey in between in the shadows, because I think if I do it black and then the white, I think it'll be too robust. I think it's probably the word. So we'll try it. We'll have a go. So see if I can. I've got some. What I've got in here is the XF63, which is German grey, and the primer was. Let me find it. Is it's a MIG surface prime, which is MIG 2002. So they're the two colours I'm using at the moment. I'll just try a little bit on it. I just want to go inside the gradually build it up inside the armour plating, well, the actual box armour. I don't want it too dark, so that's why I chose a dark, sort of not black, just more of a grey, just to. Too much that one, never mind. Just to go inside the welds. Well, the actual side of the boxes. So again, just there. I don't know if you can catch. Probably can't quite see me, can you, from that direction? Oops. Can we see there? Yeah. Just nothing too extravagant, just a little bit more. So basically, I've got that. There we are. Let's put the air gun back. Airbrush. So basically, we come out with something like that. It's nothing different, nothing startling, but no, I just think, well, it may not work. This is the first time I'm attempting it, so there's only one way to find out, isn't it? Just to try it out. I'm going to need a pair of glasses because I've gone long, wonky lines. Again on the bottom. On the top. A bit of a splash coming out of there to tighten the nozzle up, I think. Let's just check how maybe need a change of. Right, so what I've intended to do, so I've got that, we'll leave that as that. What I was intending to do on, it may be a bit difficult for me to show, well, not really, I shouldn't think. Pop that there. And what I was thinking of starting the darker grey up the top and just gradually fading into the white grey, the sort of the lighter coloured grey from the top, just fading it down. So if I can get it from this angle, I shall try. So let me just gradually colour it. I don't want a lot. Darker at the top. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just bring it down. That's sort of the effect I'm looking for with the shapes. Let me just bring another light. Maybe have some extra other light. Maybe bring a bit of. Can we see it? We can't quite see that, can we? Let me just bring this light over here. So I'm just gradually, can't really tell from that angle, but I've gone dark grey, probably a little bit more actually. Let me just do a little bit more off camera just to get to the top. So the top's going to be darker. I'm going to cast the shadow. Right, let's see if you can see now. It makes any difference now. You can see just slightly, we're sort of fading it down to the lighter colour and the darker colour at the top, which is going to cast the shadow. Obviously I've gone underneath there, just give it a quick coat underneath there. A bit of something or other. Yeah, so I'm going to do that on both sides obviously, and I'm going to do very similar on these box armour on the front and round the bits and pieces all over the tank. But instead of sitting me watching me do it all, I shall go off camera and do it, and then I'll get back to you. Right, back again ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I've gone round the whole tank. A few lines here and there, making a few shadows. Some different kinds of lines just to emphasise the actual darkness in between the arm plates and things like that. Underneath, you see underneath I've done the same with the shadow coat underneath, as well as the underneath the sponsons as well, to cast a shadow up to the top. You can't quite see it in this light, but I'll just take it out the way. Maybe you're going to see it better now. So bring it more into there. You see it's darker, brought it down to a lighter white, to a lighter grey, sorry. And at the rear, I've done the same again. Most of the time, I think it's going to be in darkness at the rear, and underneath again. Just gone along the tops of the tank as well, the turret. More shadow at the back of the armour plate at the back. It's going to be in shadow quite a bit of the time. I'm saying I hope it may not work, but I just thought I'd give this a go. Just something a bit different from the black and white techniques. It's along the same lines. I'm sure somebody would have done this somewhere along the line. It isn't a brand new thing. I just thought, well, I'll give it a go. See if it makes any difference. And just darkness behind into the edge of the armour plating, well, the armour boxing at the top there, and the turret, along the bottom of the turret, and into all the gaps in between. If I just move the turret slightly, I'll take it off actually. Wait a minute, you'll be able to see better. So you can go in, you can see where I've gone into the actual bits and pieces with the shadow as well. Not a lot, just enough I feel. Maybe it might say maybe too much, but we'll see as we go on along. I've also, let's pop that back on there for now. I've primed the wheels. Let's just move this out the way. I've just primed the wheels there, obviously in black, and I've got a mask to do the. I'm going to do the grey, just a little bit of grey in between each of them wheels, just to you know, give a bit of contrast as well. And then I'm going to do the hairspray technique on the insides of the wheels, and obviously on the tank itself. The tracks have been put together and primed with just a flat black. So now when I get the I'm going to start doing the brown dipping wash, build a few layers of that up onto these tracks. I must admit these tracks are fantastic for about, I think I paid about $9.99 I think. And they're really they do clip together, a lot of them do clip together, but it's nice to have a bit of, you know, to put a bit of glue on the shape really nicely. So simple to do. I recommend the mini art ones. So, you know, seem to work fine. It's got a bit more depth, a bit more detail in the flat rubber tracks that was given with the tank, which I thought would have been naff considering the price of the tank. But I know it sounds silly going to buy some more, but I thought I would try just to I say I've been after this for a while. So the next step will be, once this is dry, I'll give it 2 coats of hairspray, and then I shall be spraying it with the Desert Yellow. Is it the Desert Yellow? Yes, the Desert Yellow, which is the Tamiya XF59. So what I'll do for the next update is I'll get it sprayed with the hairspray, a couple of coats of hairspray, not soaking, just a couple of light mists of hairspray, and then I'll spray the whole thing in the Desert Yellow, and then we'll get back to you after that's dried, and then we can start doing the chipping. It's going to be a few marks in it, don't want to go overboard, but it's going to be you know, a bit of chipping on there, and then we can put the wheels on, I think, at that point. So this is still unattached, so if I want to put the tracks on, this is all still unattached, yes, so makes it easier putting the tracks on. So I think that's where we are at the moment, so I shall get back to you with the next step, so we'll catch you soon. Right, we're back again. As you can see now, I've given his prime coat of the Tamiya Desert Yellow, which is XF59. I've only seen with the, obviously with the amount of shadow coats and things that I did, I've left it quite, as you can see, quite a bit of the shadow coming through into the blocks, which was what I intended to do. So it's come out quite well. I say this is the first time I've tried doing this all together like this with all the, you know, I've done the black and white technique many a times, but this is grey and white, just to emphasise the blocks and things like that. I didn't do the sprues and melted, sprues stretch and then met as welding. I think it was going to be too much; it would detract from that, from what is a nice model as it is. So this is now letting to dry, and then I'll be starting, because I say I did the hairspray under this. 2 coats of fine hairspray, leave it to, you know, to dry, and then sprayed it. So now I'll be starting the chipping. It won't be massively chipped, but there'll be a few chips, obviously, because it'll have been quite a lot of use in the, obviously in the Gulf War, the first Gulf War. So, but it's so far so good. It's working. So the next step, obviously, now is to start doing some chipping on there. There's no decals for this kit. I'm just going to look on the internet and see if there's any markings on any Enigma. If there wasn't, then I won't. But if I can find some, because I have some transfer paper, I might be able to do a couple of those just to, you know, as an added extra. Also, I've got the tracks. These are primed. These are really quite nice tracks from Mini Art, and they do clip together, as well as obviously I put a touch of glue, but they do actually clip together. So they're all ready to be run in sections. And I've given them a black coat, and I've given them a couple of coats of the dipping wash as I normally do now, but I'm going to give it a couple more, just a little bit more, just to add a bit more texture on it. But yeah, it's quite nice. It's come out really quite well. I do like this the dipping wash. Plus it saves on a lot of paint as well. See, underneath there is just the NATO black, or any black, or any flat black, and then it's just built up gradually. As you can see, you've got that sort of rusty tinge to it. Obviously it needs to be, needs to be finished and whatever when it's on the time, but that's a good base coat I find to work from. I've now got to do the wheels of it. They said it's first coat of hairspray on the inside, so I'll give it another coat short, let that dry, and then I'll be doing the centre of the wheels, and they'll be getting chipped as well, and some of the tyres will be chipped a little, well, not chipped, but chunks of rubber will be taken out of it. Probably do the same on the rear as well, because you'll be able to see some of the rear through the may as well do the whole hog, so just leaving the back, so that'll be next as well. So they'll be sprayed as well as these will be all chipped. The sprockets will be all chipped and damaged as well as the idler, the return idler. So yeah, so far so good. Everything's sort of coming together slowly. Slowly catchy monkey, as they say. So that's where I'm at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll call this video of the initial painting, the shadow coat and the base coat done, and now we're going to start redoing the weathering. So I'm going to do it as a separate video. So we'll start off with the chipping on the next video. I did start a little bit on there, if you can quite see. I've got carried away again. I've done a little bit of a chipping round that block there, a little bit on the muckguard there. So maybe slightly too much, but we'll soon see. We'll find out. So we'll do a little bit more, and then we'll. What I'll do after I've done that is then I'll coating that in a dull coat. But see, that's for the next video. So once I've done the chipping and the dull coat, I'll get back to you. So basically the chipping is just with the water and a nice, see, I tend to use this brush, nice brush like that, sort of rounded edge, and sometimes I stipple, and sometimes I, like this, I can go like that, and I can stipple with it, and just to bring a few chips, a bit more life into it. But yeah, this is a from Germany. I can't remember the name of the maker, but they weren't expensive, so that's what I use those for that. So that's where we are. So we'll catch you on the update 3, which will be the starting of the weathering. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you later.